Do your player characters' actions have consequences in your world? I'm not going to talk about the obvious situations with murder or torture or rape where your characters have um, can build up a bad reputation. I'm talking about more interesting little consequences, like they come in and they've got lots of money. You've now got more money as a character if you've got a couple hundred gold pieces than most characters in your world, unless you've got doing a, if this is playing more with standard Dungeons and Dragons type environment in a fantasy world. You've got a lot of gold, so you can come into a town and you can spend more gold than most people see in their life because you've got this. Now, this can cause an interesting boom and bust economy where, you're coming in and you're ordering chicken every night. Well, that can have interesting ramifications on, just how many chickens do they actually have, and are you affecting that? And I actually looked into, sustainability about chickens, and then my head started to roll because it was just too complicated. But for just a couple of gold, you've got more money than most people in your world have to spend. And your characters, that's just the normal way of doing things. So you become sort of the rock stars in the town. You're the entertainment. Your character comes in is going to be telling stories, and all the young folk are going to come around because what other entertainment do they really have? You're the adventurers. You're coming in, you're telling the stories, and they want to hear the tales of a great adventure. So your characters are telling how they defeated the monster and you got the treasure. And these kids now have stars in their eyes. You're the rock stars. That's what they want to emulate. And the parents obviously are going to try and stop that, but and what happens if some of them want to run away with you when the party decides to leave? They want to let me come with you. I want to be an adventurer. And you got interesting challenges there. Do they come back later? It says, or the classic one when they come back months later, and it says that and there's the young girl who is now with child, and the father is looking at the party with blood in his eyes, and and the girl goes, "He's the father." Yes, of course, yeah. So we have that one. Those are things that you can do. But there are also other, other fun things you can do to the party. Well, did you pay the taxes? There's a whole interesting scenario there. There's nothing sure but death and taxes. Then the ones that I always have fun with, and some of the characters in my worlds have seen this, where you've invaded the territory of the animals, and the animals react. I had an adventure where they came in and all the players were good. That was one of the requirements of that particular adventure, and they happened to tip over a flower pot that was inside and spill out the flower pot, which had been taken. It was a large flower pot taken over by a bunch of field mice. Well, now the field mice, you've destroyed their home. So yes, you've got some trying to defend their home, and the mothers are trying to gather up the little baby field mice and find a place for them because their home has been disrupted, and so you're being attacked by field mice. And I've had this with squirrels where the party's walking along and you're now invading the squirrels' territory, and they will throw acorns or little pebbles at the party, or they camp out in the evening and they come up, and it says you're guarding against anything horrible or attacking the party, and the little squirrel crawls up at night and you don't see him, and he drops just a little rock down into your boot and scurries away. or it could be something else, but just a little rock. So when you step down in the morning, it hurts, and you pick up your boot and dump the rock out and go on. But it starts to make them a little paranoid about all the things that can be happening. So you're just walking through the forest, a little crow could come down because you're invading his territory and strike, and just hit and not do any real damage. But maybe you've seen some of the videos where a crow attacks a cat because the cat is in his area, or there was the fun video out there where a falcon hit a drone that somebody was flying, and the drone falls. But because you're invading their territory. So that's what I mean by consequences. You come in, and just walking into someone's territory, they may be upset. You've upset them, the little creatures, and they may react. And, you're going to kill a squirrel? Have fun. If you like my video, press the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. Or if this interests you, you can always subscribe to my channel. There's a button right above. I look forward to hearing some comments. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll try and reply, and we can see if I'll do some more of these. Thank you.